The 2022 Yamaha R1 in the 60th anniversary color scheme. What is going on YouTube? Welcome back to another video. In today's episode, we are taking a ride on this absolute beast of a machine, the 2022 Yamaha R1 in the 60th anniversary color scheme. My absolute favorite, the white with the red accents and the gold wheels. He's done some nice tasteful mods like the levers and the gold to match the wheels. I'm super excited to ride this bike and give you guys my thoughts on the R1. I have rode a few R1s here and there, but it's very small. Today I get the chance to take this bike out and do whatever I want with it. Alright, let's hop on the road and we'll talk a little bit more about this bike. But before we do that, man, I gotta give you guys some revs. This bike is so insanely loud and sounds so good. If you guys know about the crossplane motor, you know it's one of the best sounding motors on any leader bike out there. Listen to that thing, man, come on. It sounds so freaking good, man. I'm so excited for this. The full titanium Austin Racing exhaust on this bike sounds so good. That is music to my ears, man. The sun's starting to set a little bit. Let's get out there and rip the bike. We got the bike in power mode 1, which is full power, and traction control off, so we can have a little fun on this bike. Oh man, listen to the sound of it. One thing I love so much about these R1s is the low end torque. I was on my S1000 in third gear, 50 miles per hour, it'd be super sluggish when I give the throttle, but on this R1, I mean, power down low, everywhere. Oh my god, that sounds so good. Going under the bridge right there. The auto blipper on this bike is super good. Listen to those pops too. Woo! This bike rips, y'all. Oh man, she comes up. Oh, the quick shifter is so damn smooth on this bike. It feels like there was no back brakes on this bike. I don't know if I like that. God, it sounds so good. The Crossplane R1 and the RSV4 1100 factory, hands down, have the best sounding motors. Power wheelies on this bike, yo. Oh my god, third gear just came up at 120. Alright, we're gonna try to get another wheelie in. Stand up. my god, this bike is so much fun. This bike is crazy, yo. It's so loud too. I feel like I'm going so much faster than I actually am because of how loud the exhaust sounds. And then you get up to an idle like this and it's just, you barely hear the bike. I mean, it's there for sure, but the idle on it is just so mellow compared to like how raw this bike actually is. Oh, those crackles when it shifts sound so good. So like I said, this bike has a full titanium Austin Racing. This bike is flashed as well by Boss. Hopefully I said that right. It has been dynoed before. It made around 190 horsepower, and that was on a super hot day. So yes, this bike is super fast. It's also paired with a sprint filter, the P08. Does have engine block off, so he does have some things done to this bike performance-wise. It just sounds so good. I love the fact that it just sounds so different than every other sport bike on the market. Yeah, you either love or you hate this sound. There's definitely no in-betweens. It's also crazy how much of a difference the ride height is. I'm almost having to tiptoe right now on this bike, and on my S1000 I'm completely flat foot at red lights, so. Alright, let's get another stand up in. Oh man, this bike is. Say riding new bikes to me that are so much fun to ride definitely brings back the enjoyment on why I started riding motorcycles, and that feeling of just having so much fun. Definitely have a ton of fun on the S1000, but you know, been riding the bike for a while, so kind of know how the bike is. This bike's got a little bit of a mystery to it since I just threw my leg over it, so having fun on it. Should we give it a little revs under the tunnel or what? Boy, I could never get tired of that sound, ever. Almost did it. It's just so buttery smooth. Just so much traffic today everywhere. Freaking gorgeous sky as well. Yeah. Starting to get used to this clutch. It's definitely very sensitive. Let's get one in, man. It's so smooth. Well, I'm gonna say it, man, this bike, besides the S1000, is hands down the funnest bike I've ever been on. Is this thing funner than the S1000? I don't know, man. The S1000 does everything this one does, but it's just a little bit more tamed. You don't have to be the best rider to ride this bike, but I will say if you do know what you're doing on a bike, oh man, this bike is a ton of fun. Well, we stopped to grab some water and take a quick break. Look at this absolutely beautiful machine. I'm not gonna give my full overall thoughts. We'll get to that in just a moment when we hop back on the bike, but I wanted to show you guys around this bike fully. Such an absolutely sick tail section. One of my favorite tail sections on any super bike out there. He also just did the VF Designs integrated tail light, which is this little red strip that goes up and all around. Normally R1s don't have that. Such an iconic and just phenomenal bike, man. He also got this tail section wrapped. It normally was just a plain white, I do believe, but he had the racing stripe down the middle to kind of match it, which I do love as well. All right, let's get back on this bike, man. Oh, there's a horn. Ooh, that back tire spun out a little bit. Not the best startup. Definitely seen 189 right there. This bike is just a load of adrenaline. It's crazy. Pretty much gonna wrap up the video. Check out this gorgeous peak sunset we got. Definitely approved of the R1. I love this bike a ton. Hopefully one day we'll have one. But anyways, I appreciate y'all tuning into the video. I will see y'all boys in the next one. Peace.